Good boy. Good boy. Oh, yeah.
You're okay, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
You're fine, bud. This is Atlas and Bailey. Now, Bailey rescued Atlas how long ago?
About 2 years ago.
2 years ago. This horse was in real bad shape, like real bad shape. Really skinny, really anxious, not taken care of. So there's a couple things with this horse. One, he's very anxious. We don't know what his life was like. We can only assume it was not good. Two, he's starting to feel better. So some of this is anxiousness and some of this is, I feel good, I can have an opinion now. So what we're gonna do today, I have not spent a lot of time with him since I've been down in Florida. Bailey has done everything with him. So this is my first time getting to see him ridden and work with him and Bailey together. So we are going to give him his first ride / lesson introduction today. He's only been here for
2 days.
2 days. So
and never been in a ring.
And never been in an indoor. I don't even think he's been in a riding arena. So he has been a trail horse, we think. He could have potentially been an Amish horse. He kind of has that personality, like he's been, I don't want to paint the Amish in a bad light, but they can be a little aggressive with their horses, and he kind of has that vibe. So we are going to work through his anxiousness today and just kind of get a feel for who he is and try and see if we can't start to build a partnership. Him and Bailey already have a partnership. I have no partnership with him at this point. So we're going to try and start to establish some sort of relationship where he can learn to trust me from the ground, and then eventually I'll ride him a little bit too. But yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Our champion now, Chelsea Coleman, Dauntless Courage.
Bailey, if you just want to go ahead and send him off. Now, the turning to the gate is a very normal thing, but see if we can't get him to take a tour of the ring all the way around of the whole thing.
Good boy.
Now, the biggest thing I want you to focus on is really sinking down into your seat and just being completely relaxed. Now, the perks of doing that is going to be if he gets anxious and you're relaxed and you're completely set on him, you're going to be able to move with him, whereas if you're braced and tense, you're going to go opposite directions of him, which is going to feel like tension to him. So again, I don't mind him looking. I know he knows where the gate is. He's just smart. That's all. That's okay if he's wiggly. Not a big deal. We're just wanting to get through to him at this point. It's tough with a horse like this who is anxious around people, especially anxious around people of authority. So that's what leads me to believe he's been mistreated. So when you've got a horse that is like that, you want to make sure you have a bit of authority without being a danger point or a stressor point for him. Is like, oh, I'm going to get in trouble, they're going to beat me. Okay. So you want to correct him when he does things just like you're doing. So he goes to turn left or turn right without your permission, and you just say, nope, that's not what we're doing. And you don't show any, and then we got a lick and chew there. That's good. We want to be able to guide him in a direction and kind of give him some form of an authority, but without being aggressive and making him feel like we're forcing him to do things. So this is very good. He's always going to stop at the door. That's not going to be something that he just decides he doesn't want to leave. Good. Yeah, lots of licks and chews. Good. Boy. So we're looking for that free stepping walk. Now, another thing about this horse that's interesting is Bailey has worked through a lot of physical issues with this horse. His feet were really messed up. His body was really sore. He almost came off as gated when she first got him because he was so tense and tight and in pain that he would pace a little bit. His pelvis is very, very cockeyed. You can see when he walks away, the left hip drops further than the right hip and it never comes up as high as the right hip. That's because his pelvis is torqued. So we're working through that. He was chiropractically adjusted yesterday. So this is kind of a ride to get him loosened up and make sure he feels comfortable after being adjusted. Good boy.
Good man.
So now you can feel the walk kind of loosening up, yeah? Good. You want to change directions, go the other way?
At the gate.
He's like, I don't want to do that.
Good boy. Good
And
boy.
just add a little bit of right leg and open your left rein. There you go.
Good boy.
Good.
Good boy. Good.
Now every horse has a direction, so he is not going to be comfortable going to the right, because when horses travel, they travel facing outside on a circle. That's just how they operate in the wild naturally. So by you going to the right, that's requiring him to use the left side of his body a little bit more. And that's going to be a little uncomfortable. So that's his weak side. Because of that drop tip, we can only assume that there might have been an injury there or he had an accident. So he's going to be a little bit protective of the left side. So far, he's doing pretty good though. Good, lots of licks and chews. Now you can start to feel and see that head drop a little bit. That's relaxation. Good boy. Yeah, good. Open your left rein. You can neck rein a little with your right rein. Put your right leg on.
Good boy.
Good. Lots of licks and chews. Good boy. Good. He's like, that door is scary. This other door is fun. Good. Yep. Just keep your left rein open, right leg on. That's okay. Yep. Stay the same. Good. Good boy. Yep. And just right back over this direction.
Good boy. Good boy.
Good boy. So you're seeing two mixed signals here, right? You see the head shake and you see the licking and chewing. So he's trying, what he's doing when he licks and chews is he's trying to release the tension. He's trying to be comfortable. The head shake is him trying to get rid of his nerves, but that's also him saying, hey, I'm really uncomfortable here. So that's a miscommunication. There's two different concepts there battling each other. And you'll see it again when he comes to this door. I'm gonna step over here and see if I can't get him to. So here we got a lot of licking and chewing. He's trying to convince himself he's comfortable.
Good boy.
And then right about here is when he starts to say, good boy, good boy, good boy. Yep, that's better than it was. Good job. That's okay. Yep, you're good. Good job. Good. And then I'm just gonna come over and walk him over to the other door. Now, it's important to notice, so that was actually much better than the time before. He got close to the door, he took a peek at the door, and then he said, yeah, I still don't love that door. And then he went to the right? So here, I'm not gonna grab his mouth and get aggressive with him. I'm not gonna be overly assertive. I'm just gonna say, let me show you, it's not dangerous. And he's huffing and puffing a little bit, he's just anxious. This is also a way you can leave. Isn't that great? You got two exits. Yeah, two times you can leave. Isn't that cool? Good boy. Now, my theory behind this is I want to stand here until he seems incredibly bored. I want him to look at me like, why are we staring at an open door or a closed door? And that's what we're getting now, right? So I want him to get to this point. I want him to convince himself that this is not a problem. Are you good? Okay. Good boy. Good job. All right, now I'm gonna let you go and you just keep walking around like normal. And the same thing, walk around the whole ring.
He said, I love to be leaded. You do a really good job, Joseph. Good boy.
And so that's kind of what we're looking for. If you notice, I let go and I walked away and he went to go turn back to me. So just in that one interaction, he went, okay, she's gonna help me process this, which he picked up on, which we love. Another thing you'll notice is he'll flick one ear back and one ear forward. That's him trying to figure out how to process things. Now, another side of things, he is a little bit sweaty. He started to get a little hot. Now, he's not working hard, but he's worked himself up. That's what a little bit of this is. Some of this attitude is gonna be, okay, I'm done. So we're not gonna do a ton with him today, but I would like him to be able to get around the arena comfortably, and I would like him to do a little bit of trotting. So we're gonna, for his chiropractic's sake, we wanna see how he moves at the trot and see if he looks any looser in his gait. So we're gonna let him walk around past this door one more time, and then we'll play around with that. Good boy.
Good boy.
And what you're looking for relaxation-wise is anytime that head starts to drop, relaxation.
Good.
And the licking and chewing obviously is relaxation, which Bailey, you'll be able to feel that in your hands a little bit when he chews and licks it with his mouth. But you're not gonna be able to see as much from up top.
Good boy.
Good, so just same ride through this door, just open your left rein, keep your right leg on for support. Good. Good. Good, yep, and then really make it a point to get to that corner over there. Yep, you're good. Good, and just right back to this door.
Good boy.
Good. And what you'll notice is she's not dog kicking him in the stomach, right? This isn't a big deal. He's not flat out refusing, saying, heck no, we're not going over there. He's just simply saying, yeah, I really don't want to. And he's giving a good effort to not be over here, but he's not being dangerous. This is not dangerous. This is just him saying, I really don't want to do that.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
And she doesn't have to kick him. She doesn't have to spur him. This is exactly what we want. We want him to think and process.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good. Good, yep. So what she's doing there, she's keeping his head and neck in the direction that she wants to go. That's the #1 rule with horses. When they're anxious or worried or they're trying to avoid something, you want to keep them facing the direction that you want them to go. Because that head and neck is essentially their balance space. So without their neck, they can't do much, right? That's how they balance, that's how they function, and their head obviously controls their sight. So good boy. So keeping his head and neck facing the direction you want to go is how you get him to understand this is the point. If you let him turn his head and neck and forget about it, that's exactly what he'll do.
Good boy.
All right, when you're ready, let's do a little bit of trotting down the long side, walk down the short side.
Okay. Keep going. Good boy. Keep going.
Good boy.
Keep going.
Good little left leg.
Boy.
Yeah, good.
All right, and trot.
Good.
Ooh.
Good.
Ooh, there's a cat.
You're good. Little left rein, right leg. He says there's a kitty in the ceiling.
There's something on the ceiling.
Good, little trot here. I'm just gonna come up this way with you. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Good boy.
Good
to
boy.
the corner.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. He's like, you in my way, lady. Good boy. See, that's not hard. Good boy, come on. Good boy. You wanna go the other direction? This way? Good boy. Let me stay to the right of me. Good boy. Good. And then once you get past the door, you trot. Now, I'm not gonna have her trot past the door because I don't want to encourage him to spin and run, right? So keep right rein open, left leg on, nice and straight. Good boy.
Oh, work her.
That's all right. Good. Yep, and walk past the door, same thing again.
Walk. Walk.
Good. Little right leg. Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy.
Good.
It's all right. Good boy. Good boy. It's all right.
Very good. Good, lick and chew.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good. There you go. Good. Very good. Yep. Good. Yeah, good.
And walk.
Good.
Good boy.
Give him a little pat on the neck. Good.
Good boy. Good boy. You're all right.
Very good.
Good boy. Good.
There you go.
Good boy. Good boy. Good job.
Good. Good. Right rein open, left leg on, just for support if you need it. Good boy. Good. Now you'll see she's what English people call indirect reining. We want him to learn to neck rein, so she's laying the left rein over his neck and crossing her hand over. Now that's the introduction into neck reining that we're doing with this horse. That's why you're seeing that. Like if you would see me ride Gator, you wouldn't see me doing that, but that's just because we don't have any desire to make Gator neck rein. Atlas is gonna do all the things, English, Western, trail horse, all that kind of stuff. So we're prepping him to get used to things touching him and all of that fun stuff. Good boy. There's some relaxation. And you can see his gait can be a little choppy sometimes. That's what the chiropractic adjustments that we're doing are aiming to fix, right? So we're looking for that big fluid open gait, which he has in there, but he's just gets stiff. So this is all very, very, very good stuff. Good boy. We'll do that one more time and then we'll let him be done.
Okay.
Now this might just seem or look a little chaotic because he's turning left, turning right, but the point of this is keeping it simple, right? The KISS method, keep it simple, stupid, or stupid simple, however you want to phrase it. So this horse is making a fuss about nothing, right? But in his brain, it's not nothing, it's something. So by us allowing, not diverting our attention to every tiny little thing he does, we're sticking to a concept. The concept is go around the edge of the ring. You're not unsafe in here, you're not in trouble. Good boy. Good. Very good. Good. And now you can see he goes right past the door without he's thinking about stopping, but he's not slamming on the brakes and saying, forget you, I'm leaving. Good boy.
Good boy.
Another thing that's tricky is he's an older horse, right? We don't know exactly how old he is, but he's not 2. So at some point in his life, he's been put in a situation where someone's told him to do something and he ended up getting hurt by it. We don't know what that situation was, but that is why it is really, really difficult with horses like this to, if you micromanage them too much, they shut down. So that's why simple things happen, like me just going over there and walking with him by the door. That means something to him, right? Because I'm not saying, hey, you have to go do this. I'm saying, hey, let me show you this is safe. And he's like, I don't know. I'm allowing him to decide whether or not he can trust me or not. And when I stand there long enough and say, see, I'm not dying, I'm not hurt, I'm not in trouble, he goes, huh, there's something to be said there. Oh, I'm sorry, I touched your nose and you didn't expect it. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So I'm just going to stand here with him. He's also very food motivated.
Head shine, food motivated don't go together, buddy. You got to pick one.
But like, again, when you see a horse that gets upset or gets anxious, a lot of things start to fire in their brain. And that's what this is. He's bit at his chest and then he spooked when I touched his nose and then he saw me move my hand and went, oh, maybe she has a treat. So there's a lot of things that go on. So just standing here and going, just shh for a second is exactly what you want to do. And it's important because this horse is a big horse that knows that he's big, right? He has been put in a situation where he's had to stand up for himself, which you never want to put any horse in, but definitely not a horse his size. Well, I always say, once they realize they're this big, you're in trouble. Now, he is luckily very, very kind and sweet, but he does have the, I need to save myself mentality. So that's what standing here and allowing him to process does, right? It tells him, one, we're not going to force you into doing things quickly that you're uncomfortable with. And two, we also are going to ask that you just relax. We want you to relax. We want you to feel safe relaxing.
Now he's picking you.
Yeah, he's like, does that mean I have to ask your permission to be done? That's a good boy.
Good job.
That was more of a snort than a breathe, but that's okay. We'll take it.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
And you'll see him start to progress. This will look jumbled at first, but you'll see later on down the road where we're going with this. It's very important, especially with a horse like him who has lived an entire life, multiple lives probably, in different homes doing different things. He ended up in a kill spot, right? So we have no idea what this horse has gone through, but what we know is what we have now. And what we have now is a very anxious, large animal who's uncomfortable with a lot of things. So this is where we have to start. sitting and talking and relaxing, his head starts to drop, his eye starts to soften, his breathing gets shallow and quiet. He stands square, he's relaxed, he's not left and right and whatever. And you'll see moments he relaxes and then he goes, oh shoot, this isn't safe. And then he starts to panic, and then he'll relax for a second and then he'll panic again. Eventually that panic will go away, but it's doing things like this that will get rid of that. All right, guys, so that's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching. Remember, it doesn't matter where you come from, it only matters where you're going. And keep watching. Stay tuned for more about